TnReady Practice Test Question 8. Question 8 wants to know which theme is common to both passages. A. Parents should not try to become close friends with their children. B. When a loved one leaves home, a person left behind can feel great sorrow. C. Children who are allowed to have their own way face the consequences later. Or D. Accepting all things as inevitable causes a person to have a pessimistic outlook. In order to answer this question, we have to understand what is theme. So theme is the main idea or underlying meaning of a literary work. It's a reoccurring idea that ties a story together. And it's often a lesson or idea that one of the main characters learns over the course of the story. So how can we find the theme of a story? Usually to find a theme, you have to figure out what problems or issues your characters are dealing with. If they're interested in something, obsessed with something, keep talking about something, it's probably important and has to do with the theme. You also have to decide what big problems or issues the chapter makes the reader think about, especially issues that are left unresolved. So if we think back to our two stories, we can decide on two problems that they're dealing with, or a problem in each story that they're really dealing with. So Emma is really struggling with the fact that Miss Taylor is getting married and leaving her. And in the other passage, we have Nayeli, who's really dealing with the fact that her father is gone. So she's thinking back on him and remembering him. So with those two problems or issues in mind, let's go back to our answer choices and see if we can agree on one theme for both passages. So the answer choice D says, accepting all things as inevitable causes a person to have a pessimistic outlook. We don't have enough information in these passages to choose this as a theme because we don't really have them dealing with having an optimistic outlook or looking on the bright side of things. Answer choice C says children who are allowed to have their own way face the consequences later. While this may be true, we don't see this in both passages. We do have Emma who gets her way more than ordinary, but we don't necessarily know what consequences she's going to face because of that. And we definitely don't know if Nayeli was raised allowed to have her own way. And we don't know, again, what consequences she might face later because of the way she was raised. So we don't have enough evidence to choose C or D as the answer. B says when a loved one leaves home, a person left behind can feel great sorrow. Now this is a possible answer choice because we have Nayeli who's missing her father, and then we have Emma who is missing Miss Taylor. So we are going to keep this as a possible answer choice while we look at answer choice A. So A says parents should not try to become close friends with their children. Again, we don't really have enough information in either story to choose this as a theme or a lesson that the characters learn. So our best option is B. This idea is being discussed in both texts. And again, we know that because they are both dealing with those problems. They're both facing it. So again, we have Miss Taylor who's getting married and she's leaving Emma behind, and Nayeli who's remembering her father. So for both of these texts, the common theme would be when a loved one leaves home, a person left behind can feel great sorrow.